Namaskar and welcome to the pilot episode of Sahitya Vrishti. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Hindu concept of Rin as mentioned in the newly launched book of Pankaj Saxena ji, which is called Swayambodh and Shatrubodh. We'll first begin with naming or knowing the 5 kinds of Rin or debts. The first one is the Deva Rin or the Devata Rin. The second one is the Rishi Rina. The third is the Pitru Rina. The fourth is the Nar or Manusya Rina. And the fifth, and probably my favorite concept in this whole debt scenario, is the Bhoot Rina. Let us begin by knowing or familiarizing ourselves with the Devata Rina. Now you see, everything that is in the world has been given to us by our Ishta or by Devata. Therefore, it becomes our sacred duty to be thankful and to be indebted to our Ishta. So basically, Devata Rin is a sacred bond between the devotee and the Ishta. By paying off the Deva Rin, it is ensured that the continuity of the indigenous tradition is maintained and the dharmic character of the land is upheld. By repaying Deva Rin, we also open ourselves to the possibility of attaining knowledge with higher realities. Second up is the Rishi Rina. Now you see, in the Hindu worldview, this is the second greatest debt. All the knowledge systems that we have been created, preserved and handed over to us, basically given to us by the community of rishis, scholars, philosophers. How does one repay their debt? By revering this entire huge community of dharmic scholars who have given their whole lives to give that knowledge to us. What is achieved when we pay the Rishi Rina? The pursuit of our ancient dharmic knowledge can be preserved as an exclusive and specialized endeavor. The third greatest debt is the Pitru debt or the Pitru Rina. Now you see, our ancestors have upheld dharma, our ancestors have given us knowledge, our ancestors have passed on the knowledge to us, thereby creating a society for us to live, grow, prosper, and also take whatever was from the ancient and sustain us in this living reality. So how does one repay this debt? Simply by being rooted in our culture, in our traditions, in our rituals, so that we can pass all of these things to our next generation. What is achieved when we pay off our Pitru debt? Pitru Rin or paying off the Pitru Rin creates a sense of belongingness. That is why it is so central to being a Sanatani. The fourth greatest debt that we must repay is the Manusya Rin or the Nar Rin. Now you see, we are indebted to our parents, to our elders in helping us become the self-independent people that we are today. And by the way, this concept does not just limit itself to one's parents, one's extended family. No, as you must have heard, it takes a village to raise a child. How do we repay this rin? By simply rooting ourselves to the culture, by knowing the traditions, the rituals of our kutum, of our family, of our village. That is how we pay off this kind of rin. Finally, we come to the Bhoot Rina. Do you know it is so important in maintaining the ecological system? This concept says that we are indebted to every flora and fauna that we are surrounded by. Every jeev, every living being has an Atma inside it. And also a deity resides in it. So every jeev has a right to live. Every jeev has a right to exist. It's beautiful, isn't it? Kindness is taught towards all animals and plants. In the words of Sitaram Goelji, man should consider himself indebted for all the helps and cooperation he gets from various components of the universe for his sustenance and his physical, intellectual, and spiritual development. Now, you see, I greatly enjoyed reading this book. I still am in the process of reading this book. Get your copy and get to me and let me know how you liked this book by Pankaj Saxena ji. Thank you so much, and stay connected with me for reading together more books. Thank you.